My name is Horace Glasper, and I play the character Private Louis P. Henson. My character, Louis Henson, he's actually a private in the service. So he's kind of like one of the guys that kind of, was the live one out the gang. He has a lot of energy. He's actually the one that is good friends with Peterson, good friends with CJ, and he's the guy in the barracks that's always cracking jokes, and he's kind of always real lively. Basically my character is the guy that when everybody's having a good time, it's because Henson is the one that's actually like making people get into that lively mood. Because where this play takes place is deep into the South, where basically like, okay, you got the Ku Klux Klan, you got soldiers in the military that are of a other ethnicity, preferably white, and they basically just treating us treat us any old kind of way. So it's like, so prepare yourself for that, and especially if you've never really seen up close real racism like that, like how do you prepare for that? How do you prepare for, okay, if this white man comes in your face and he's in a play and he calls you a nigga, like how would you respond to that in character, and not necessarily take it, personal, like, oh my gosh, I'm a nigga, but like, no, in this play, in this character, you are with that, you a nigga, like that's how they're looking at you, and you can't be like, oh, you can't call me that. Like, no, that's what they're calling, because that's how you were perceived during that time. Like,
did you hear it? Did you hear it? $40 stand by that. We going cloud, man. Look out, the niggas is coming to get your ass through the fall.
To be honest with you, I prepared maybe like at least a year before. Like a year or so in advance. I was already taking classes with the Negro Ensemble Theater Company, and I was working a lot with Charles Weldon. So when I went in an audition, I went and I just basically just brung myself to the actual character, as far as like, just trying to make it as truthful as possible, and just basically just going in it. And once I did that, I actually got it, and once I got it, that's when I started, like digging into the research, going into like how it was in the 1940s, and how is it to be a soldier, waking up, what's the thoughts on your mind when you're preparing, because actually what it is like, this isn't like how you see like some, movies where say like, they may be just dealing with like boot camp and stuff like this, but this is actually dealing with like directly in wartime, and actually one of the biggest wars that's, known to date, World War II. So just getting into that whole mindset of what it's like to be a soldier at war was very challenging. So, my energy, and I bring it to the character, and how the character actually is portrayed. It was Samuel L. Jackson was the one that actually was who originated the role. So, I didn't see how Sam did it when he did it, like X amount of many years ago, like 81, 82. But how I'm, taking to the role is like, actually just bringing in, like making those words, pop off the page, and, like bringing a lot of, energy to it. So, his energy, I feel like, is one that when Louis is in the room, that, Louis Henson's in the room, because, he's going to be the one that you're going to be like, oh, God, the hell was that? Like, that's Henson. So, he's a firecracker, as you can kind of see. Honestly, I'm not being cocky, I'm not being arrogant, but I really feel like when the history books is all said and done, and they actually are rewriting this, it's only going to be two people that's going to matter that play Louis Henson, and that's Samuel L. Jackson and Horace Glasper. So, and everybody else is doing their characters. I mean, it's incredible, man. This is gonna be for the books.